everybody. Welcome back to Minecraft. Once again, we're working on the Poseidon, and we get to get rid of another deck. Or at least have completed another deck. We have a lot more to go, obviously, but it is a step in the right direction. I think we are almost, okay, let's see, that's one, two, three, four, five that are done. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go. So yeah, we're not quite halfway there yet. And yeah, got you can actually see that I've already started outlining where all the stuff goes for the next deck up. But we're gonna go ahead and take you through um, what's been done thus far. So first of all, the engine room just about completed. We have these, and these are going to run up all the way through the rest of the ship, but that's fine. The boiler rooms, they still have a long ways to go because I actually need to put the uptakes in, which is going to take me a while to get the motivation to do that. But as for actual rooms, let's go ahead and show off what's on the floor below us. So we've got a lot of stuff to look at. First of all, second class is looking good. The average cabin looks a bit like this. This is the one I've kind of been using to get like storms to go away and stuff like that. We've got the first class or the second class pool over here, and I put the dome in, and it's looking very, very nice. It'll obviously look a little bit different once there's not actual natural light coming in, but we have a bit to get through before we get to there. So yeah. We also have changing rooms, just kind of lining the whole thing. It's looking nice. It's all coming together very nicely. Another kind of cabin I just kind of want to look at, because this is more what I designed the cabin rooms around, is just like what it looks like with the porthole there instead of, awkwardly along the side. We've got a lot of stuff to look at here. We've got a lot of, rooms and third class. We're gonna hop over to third class, which is a good deal of the way through the ship. Because we've got a lot to look at. The third class rooms especially, which by the way, second class is huge on this deck. Like it just goes on for miles. But yeah, hopping over to third class. Here's what we've got for this area. This is what the cabins look like with their portholes. And yeah, that's about it. Obviously, a lot of stuff going on. I'll go ahead and oh, here's what the first class pool gear looks like. Oh god, I completely forgot about this. There's always something to do. Let's just make sure I took care of this on the other side too, because I kind of had to, like, building this whole area, like lighting it up was a bit of a nightmare. But it's done, so no more need to worry about all that. Okay, cool, and that one's done, so let's just make sure that this is all completed on this side, which it appears to be. Nice, 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 nice. There's one more room I really want to show off, just because I think it's cool. It is the third class staircase, which has these windows kind of alongside it, as well as this is what the main room kind of looks like. This is what each deck is going to really come out to, which I think is quite nice. So, hopping over, we're going to kind of go from front to back. We have more of the crew quarters bunks here. On the next deck down, it kind of looks like this. So this is what it will look like about once it has all the lights and stuff installed. We've got all that. We have a ton more third class cabins up here. Not much really to talk about. Then we have these, and these are actually planning lines for the next deck. I won't really say what they go towards, but you can pretty well infer based off of just what rooms they encircle and stuff like that. So now we have first class cabins. I think these turned out quite nicely. You got the little wardrobe, you got a bench, you got, the bed. just very nice small little cabins that repeat throughout the entire ship. And then I'm kind of gonna, and these just go all the way around this area. So we'll go ahead and just kind of, not talk about those too much. Here we have the lowest deck of the staircase, the first class staircase. From like this next deck upward, it's going to basically be the grand staircase, but we've got a fair bit to get until there. Here we have the first class gym, which heads up to anyone who is planning on building rowing machines like this. Lightning rods attract lightning. I know, shocker. There were a couple times when I was building and lightning storms would start, and it would just light this entire section of the ship on fire. So I had to put like a cover on it, and that seems to have worked thus far. So yay. We have the chapel. It's a very small, just kind of quaint room. I hope I did a good job. I'm not much of a religious person myself, so I, just kind of looked up some reference images and did my absolute best. And I don't really know how to replicate a cross on this scale, because this is as tall as the room is going to get. It has like, yeah. So then we have one of the rooms that I really like how it turned out. We have the first class pool. Not that I don't like the way the other rooms turned out, but this one's going to be really cool. It goes up another 2 decks. We're going to have like an observation lounge and then a dome up top. Not really observation lounge, Jesus. Just another level to the pool. We have the men's dressing room here. And yeah, we got sun chairs. We got this nice little pattern across the floor, which is going to continue to the next deck up. And we have this beautiful grand staircase here. I did my best to kind of replicate the Vaterland class, the German superliner class of, pool rooms. So yeah, I think I did a decent job on this one. Heading aft, we have the lowest level of the first class dining room, which this one's actually a bit strange because it only goes down like half a deck. So building it was a bit weird, but yeah, we're gonna have this big old thing, or this nice little staircase here that'll go into the main lounge. Very Normandy inspired, obviously, but I'd say this turned out actually quite nicely. It's going to go up many more decks, so this isn't even close to what the rest of the room is actually going to look like. Well, okay, it is. It's gonna all be the style, but it's like, this doesn't even account for a fraction of how this is gonna look by the end of it. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see how all that goes. But yeah, no. Heading aft, we've got the kitchens, and we have a small little pantry over here, away from the bigger pantry on this. No, it's this deck. But this is like a nice spot. I can deal with it being night for a little bit. And then we have obviously more first and second class cabins, just going the rest of the way through the back of the ship. This room here, we're gonna have, not gonna talk too much about the next deck up. Just kind of a thing that you'll get to see when you do. Obviously, a lot of very big. I've already sectioned out the ship for the big sections that are gonna happen. Yeah, kind of trying to keep, everything up. I actually kind of want to redo this bit of sectioning because it's not quite right. We've obviously got a lot to go through. The next deck's actually going to be a very big one, because we're gonna start getting to stuff that's going to be like really important to just the function of the ship and its just overall styling and beauty and stuff. One of the big things that I'm really excited for, though, is the deck after, because, and I'll just go ahead and erase these old planning markers that are, I just made completely outdated. So yeah, we obviously have, there's the next deck up, but then the one after is going to be really cool because we've got First of all, some of the rooms that are going to be started on the next deck will be completed. We're going to get a couple public rooms in on this deck here. So we also get the first little section of the exterior of the ship, which is a big step when it comes to building these kinds of projects. And we're finally going to have the entire like top end of the hull built. I know I kind of built it a little weird, but yeah, it is kind of wonky just how I did it. Because I stopped this little section. Actually, I do need. I stopped this little bit here, but it actually continues quite a far bit further aft. I just stopped it here because I didn't feel like building it at the time. So, it'll be very interesting. But yeah, no, with that being said, we are, you know, it's not quite like Titanic where we are like rapidly approaching completion on that one. But this one is definitely coming along. We're starting to get to the decks that I was like super. I mean, we've just started on the room that's like the entire reason I started this project to begin with, which is like a huge step forward. Uh, we've finished all of the like lower deck, or not really finished, but we're almost done with a lot of these like lower deck big engineering spaces. We've got quite a bit of stuff left to do as we hike our way up through the ship, and there's just yeah, no, it's incredible. I cannot wait to finish the first stage of this project. So I guess just to reiterate for those of you who haven't really followed this project before, I'm going to build 3 versions of the ship. The first version will be this. It'll just be casually, sailing along and, not doing too much else. It's going to be pretty regular. Second version I'm going to do is I'm going to deck it all out for like Christmas, New Year's stuff. And the third version I'm going to do is going to be upside down because the ship's name is Poseidon after all. And yeah, I am super excited for all of these versions of the ship, especially once they're completed. We've got so much to do. Just this is going to be one of those bigger projects that I'm like really excited for. But yeah, no. Uh, Flying out just to give you guys like a good idea of what this whole thing looks like from like a bird's eye view. Sadly, I do have clouds enabled, so you're gonna have to kind of squint through those a little bit. But very quickly, that's about where the actual. Nope, it was more where I started. That's what that's all looking like so far. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, which will be another update on either this or the Titanic. And yeah, I will see you all later. Bye bye.